Hey everybody, this is Ruth, aka the Book Jedi. Now, I've accumulated a bunch of books in the past 2 months. I didn't do a book haul last month because of issues around my area, so I'm gonna combine the books that I got last month this month. I'm gonna make this quick because I have low batteries on my camera, so let's get started. Um, a lot of these books are from Amazon. One book's from Amazon, some are from the Salvation Army, and a lot of them are from Barnes and Nobles, and I would identify which one's from where. Alright, the first book I am going to show you is from the Salvation Army, and it is My Sister's Keeper from Jody by Jody Picoult or whatever. Um, I think a lot of people have seen this, so doesn't need an explanation. Another book I got recently is Companions of the Night by Vivian Vande Velde. I read this when I was younger and I enjoyed it. Um, it's about this girl who his little brother leaves a toy animal at the laundromat and she has to go get it and then she gets kidnapped. From there, the story picks up because the kidnappers are vampires. So, it's a very good book. I read it when I was younger, so and I plan on rereading that one. And again, this is what it looks like. See? Alright. The next few is part of is the whole trilogy, and a lot of people know about this because it's been on BookTube for quite some time. Christina from Poland Books, no, Poland's. Oh, if I can link it, I'll link it down. Her link down down in the below in the description. And it's Divergent by Veronica Roth. This is book one of the Divergent trilogy, and I don't think I have to explain it because it's kind of self-explanatory. It's the Divergent trilogy. The next book is Insurgent by Veronica Roth, the second book in the Divergent trilogy. Again, I don't have to explain what it's about. Um, the third book is Allegiant by Veronica Roth, the third book in the trilogy. I am still reading it, as you can tell, so there won't be any reviews for this. I might do a collective review for the trilogy when I'm finished with this book. And again, this is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Um, now, those three books I got from Barnes and Nobles this month. The next book in this haul is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is book one in the trilogy of Lost, I think, All Souls trilogy. It's the first book, and this is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, book one. The other book is Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, the second book in the trilogy. The third one is coming out in June or July, and I already put that one in pre-order, so that should come around then. And when that comes, I do the haul of that month. Um, okay. Another book I hauled is City of Dark Magic by Magnus Flight. It's a Penguin edition of it. I don't know anything about it, but I do find it, the cover looks cool, so this is one of those books I picked up because of the cover. So, um, the next book is um, The Beginners by Rebecca Wolf. And I picked this one up at Barnes& and Nobles from the bargain cart that they have there in Bronx. And I don't know much about this either, so a lot of these books I picked up because, the next book I got is I picked up at the Salvation Army. That's a few blocks away from me, and it is called Thirsty. Excuse me. It's called Thirsty by M.T. Anderson, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, okay, I have to read this because there is too many thirsty dudes around here, and it's like, okay, might as well, right? So, yeah. Thirsty by M.T. Anderson. Okay. Alright. The next book I got that I picked up is I, Lucifer by Glenn Duncan. It's the telling from his side, so, you know. I plan on doing once I read that one, I plan on doing a review on that because that actually seems interesting. Um, the next book I have is The Woman in White by Roki Collins, and I've seen this in a haul. I think Ariel Bassett might have done it. I don't know. I don't remember. Um, but this one is with the introduction by Anne Perry. It's supposed to be like a mystery type sleuthing, detectives and everything. And, but it seems kind of dark, so kind of, And it says that this is probably 140 year old since this 140 years since this book has been published. Probably more now. Um, the next book I picked up, I got from the Salvation Army as well. Um, and I've seen this on BookTube like maybe once or twice. I don't remember. My memory's kind of, unless I write it down, my memories lapse sometimes. But I did see this on BookTube, and I got this from the Salvation Army as well, for like $1 and change. And it is Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. And I don't know what this is about, but you I got this at the Salvation Army as well. And it's, if you look at like the spine on this one as well, if you don't mind the tags, price tags I should say, the spine is very well maintained. And as you can tell, the spine is very maintained, no cracks or anything like that. So, I'm surprised that they sell a lot of books that are very well maintained or very kept, being that it's from the Salvation Army. And this one is a book I received from Goodreads as an advanced readers because it doesn't come out for another few months too. This one is called Fiendish by Brenna Yovanov. It's an advanced copy, an advanced reader's copy. Sorry. As I said, I got this from Goodreads. I'm gonna read this and review it at some point, and I'll probably do a review on BookTube in the near future once I read it. But it does look interesting. And the last book I'm hauling, once I get it, excuse me. The last book I'm hauling is by one of my friends from around here. Her friend wrote this book, and sadly he had passed away in like a month ago or a few months ago, and it's It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. Now, I had bought myself a copy, as you can see. This is my copy. And I also bought my friend a copy for herself. She's currently reading this, and from in many ways, I'm happy that I did buy more than one copy because he leaves behind his 2-year-old son, so the proceeds kind of still go to his child. But I had read like a small snippet of the like a paragraph or so, and it it's funny. The title does not lie about that. This is kind of funny, and it's just it's about this like teenage boy who named Craig Gilner is just alright. Here's the back. Ambitious New York City teenager Craig Gilner is determined to succeed at life, which means getting into the right high school, to get into the right college, to get the right job. But once Craig aces his way into Manhattan's executive pre-professional high school, the pressure becomes unbearable. He stops eating and sleeping until one night he nearly kills himself. Craig's suicidal episode gets him checked into a mental hospital where his new neighbors include a transsexual sex addict, a girl who has scarred her own face with scissors, and the self-elected President Armelio. There, Craig is finally able to confront the sources of his anxiety. Ned Vizzini, who's, who himself spent time in a psychiatric hospital, has created a remarkably moving tale about the times, the sometimes unexpected road to happiness. Now, being that I myself suffer from depression, but never been in a psychiatric care hospital, I may not be able to identify with this character completely, but I can identify with him somewhat. But I know I will be able to connect. Period. Just in general, I will be able to connect. I kind of figure I will. But I do plan on making a review for this book, and when I read and finish this as well. Look for that when in the near future. Um, but I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and hit the like for this video, and subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Ciao.